Out in the shadow of the hangman's tree, where the wind whispers low, cold and free, dust devils dance on a barren plain, and the sun bleeds red like an open vein. Old whiskey bottles clink in the ghost town breeze, echoes of laughter lost in the freeze. Where the Undertaker's hymn waits underneath the silver moon's cold gaze, there lies a heart that no longer beats in the land where vengeance and sorrow meets. Hear the train whistle moan through the cursed night, where the Undertaker's hymn waits, we find the light. A tale of betrayal by a lover's hand, she vanished like smoke into the wasteland. Her memory haunts every whispered wail in the chapel ruins where shadows prevail. The preacher spoke of sin as the church burned bright, another soul lost to the desert night. Where the Undertaker's hymn waits, life fades as quickly as the rusty gates creak. In the silence of a forgotten grave lies a cowboy whose heart was betrayed. Hear the coyotes cry to the hollow sky, where the Undertaker's hymn waits, the spirits sigh. Stand at the crossroads, gun heavy in hand, the sky splits open over cursed land. Echoes of the past, they rise and swell, caught between heaven and the fires of hell. The truth sharp as a knife cuts deep and clear, her ghost in the moonlight ever near. Where the Undertaker's hymn waits, resolve hardens like the frost on cold gates. With each step on this desolate trace, I walk to meet my fate, I embrace. Let the desert swallow my mournful cries, where the Undertaker's hymn waits, a gunslinger lies. Let the dust settle where it may, in this silent desert I'll find my way. There's a trail that cuts through the heart of the dust, where the wind whispers secrets in a ghostly hush. Broken bottles tell tales of the dreams that die on the shadow of a church with its cross burned wide. Riding through the lonely road, whiskey on my breath, every mile a memory of love, betrayal and death. The desert's heart is beating beneath the cursed moon's glow. On this road I ride alone, where the lost go. Once loved a girl with fire in her autumn eyes, promised her forever under sapphire skies. It found her heart was stolen by a drifter's song. Left me with the echoes where my trust went wrong. Riding through the lonely road, whiskey numbing the pain. Each town a ghostly whisper, each loss a link in my chain. The stars are silent witnesses to the rage I've stowed on this path of vengeance, on this endless road. I faced the man in black, echoes of the past like a train upon the track. His draw was quick, but my revenge was quicker. The gunshot rang, but the pain just got thicker. Now I'm riding through the lonely road with blood on my hands, a heart too weary to forgive in these forsaken lands. This road will be my dame, my tomb beneath the sky so broad. Just a nameless rider on the lonely road. With every ghost town passed, I shed a piece of my old life. In the silence of the desert, I find my strife. Yet this road I ride, it knows my every woe, a companion in shadows on this lonely road. On the edge of dusk, in a ghost town breaks, where the shadows stretch and the coyotes howl, and no church burns, a steeple lost in space. Whiskey bottle clinks in the hand of the foul. Long whistle rides the wind from a distant train. Echoes carry tales of what I used to be. Gone with the outlaw heart, beneath the cursed moon's light, under the horizon where my demons hide in plain sight. Love's a forgotten grave, sworn by blood to never part. Tonight my soul's the price I pay. Gone with the outlaw heart. The desert knows her secrets, keeps them close. Dust storms roar like the anger in my veins. She was the oasis, my reprieve, my dose. Her betrayal, a noose woven from love's own chains. Silent deserts witnessed our vows crumble to dust. Her whisper, a serpent's left me broke in a shell of rust. Gone with the outlaw heart, chased by the shadows dark, running from the past where sorrow's etched its art. Love's a haunted tale in this land harsh and stark. Tonight I ride through hell, gone with the outlaw heart. In the mirror of the night, my reflections lost, face the man I become at an unbearable cost. A showdown with my ghosts in the streets we start. Gunsmoke will be my host, revenge a bitter part. Gone with the outlaw heart, with each beat I depart from the man I once was to fulfill destiny's chart. This journey ends where it did start, in In the shadow of a dying sun, the dust rose like a ghost. A whiskey whispers on the wind, past the town folks' hollow toast. A trail of blood and silver beneath the crescent moon's pale light. 6 bullets in my pocket, tonight the devil claims his right. 6 bullets of fate, in the chamber they wait for the echo of the past. In the shadows that they cast, through the silence of the graves and the whispers of the betrayed. These 6 bullets of fate, each a verdict I must say. The preacher's daughter knew my name, her eyes a wildfires burned. But love's sweet tale turned bitter on the night of no return. A brother's vow broken, a viper's deadly bite. He left me in the dust, swore I wouldn't see the light. 6 bullets of fate, vengeance won't obey. Lost love's cry under the haunting sky. In a ghost town's breath, where shadows mesh. These 6 bullets of fate, with revenge they made. By the forgotten graves, I heard the train's mournful wail. Each whistle a reminder of how even the brave can fail. Face to face with my betrayer, the church bell tolled for thee. 2 shadows in the doorway, only one would leave free. 6 bullets of fate, now only 5 away. One found its home in the trader's dome, with the fire that I breathe and the peace I now eat. These remaining bullets of fate, my soul they liberate. So here I stand with bloodied hand beneath the desert stars, my heart's silent bars, a gunslinger's tale on the cursed trail. With 6 bullets of fate, I close the gate.
Well, it's midnight on the midnight train, rolling through a ghost town's veins. Whiskey whispers neath the moon's pale watch, tracks shudder under old sin's weight. A dust storm wails like a banshee's cry past shadows of a church aflame. And there in the flicker a lone grave lies forgotten names and the devil's bait. Here on this train, it's vengeance and rust. Steel rails cut through these cursed lands like trust. In the silence of the cars, I can hear the echoes plain of lost love's goodbye. Midnight on the midnight train. Son, till I found the bad end of a gun. Turned my back on the rising sun and watched my dreams come undone. She was the fire, I was the rain, in this desolate forsaken strain. Her betrayal, a deep-seated pain, now her ghost in every window pane. Here on this train, it's sorrow and dust, every mile further from what was just. Through the cold steel bars, I see my life wane, another lost soul. Midnight on the
while sagebrush blows. Underneath that crimson sky's foreboding glow, there's a path tread bare by boots and crows, whiskey bottle buried where the cold wind moans. The echoes of train whistle, ghostly and low, mark the miles of the damned and those they chose. Blood on the lonely road, shadows stretch and bend, whispers of the vengeful, the beginning starts at the end. Every step I take, each mile I roam, is a tale of dust and bones on this cursed trail alone. Once new love, sweet as desert rain, her laughter now just whispers cross this haunted plain. A church once stood holy and bright, now just charred ruins under the moon's pale light. Promises made, sworn in the heat of the night, betrayed by the dawn, left to reckon with spite. Blood on the lonely road where silence holds rain, ghosts of the past and every footprint remain. With each faded cross under skies overthrown, I walk this cursed path forever alone. Bloodshot eyes meet a ghost. The man I once was, now just a whisper smoke in this land of forgotten graves and unspoken fears. I face the sins of my past through the trails of tears. This tale's mine to own. In the dust of revenge, my fate's etched in stone. Forsaken love, in the silence I tone, forever wandering on this lonely road alone. The strings twang a mournful melody as the song closes. The image of the lone traveler disappearing into the vast, haunted expanse of the desert, his story echoing in the wind. Out in the dust where the devils play, under a sky that's ashen and gray, there's a town that the maps forgot to name, where whiskey drowns a man's old shame. Ghost of a train whistle cuts through night, echoing the hearts that lost the fight. Beneath the whiskey there's fire in the cold, stories of a love lost, tales boldly told. Each drop hides a secret in the glass they lay. Underneath the whiskey, night turns into day. In the shadow of a burned down church spire, a middle lady dressed in funeral attire spoke of a love by betrayal undone, her lover left under the setting sun. A bottle shared on a gravestone, promises whispered in a mournful tone. Beneath the whiskey there's ghosts in the well, echoes of laughter descend into hell.
dreams to ash. Beneath the whiskey, find the end of the line, where pain meets the dust and fates entwine. Each bottle empty, just like my heart, underneath the whiskey, where all things part. Beneath the whiskey, redemption's too far. In the silence of the desert, beneath the stars.
In the valley where the wind moans through dead pines, I found a church with its cross laying bent and burned. The moon cast shadows over blood-stained lines, where once love was vowed, only whispers now return. Dust devils dance where our dreams once stood, whiskey bottle in my hand, feeling nothing good. Blood on the ashes, the past won't wash away. Fire in the sky, end of a judgment day. Tears turn to dust, whiskey numbs the crashes, haunted by the echoes and the blood on the ashes. Town sleeps under the starlit grief, railroad quiet before my heavy steps alone. She left with the night like a thief, in the place where her love was all I'd ever known. Forgotten graves whisper of old betrayals, echo in the train's long gone sad ways. Blood on the ashes, the past won't wash away. Fire in the sky, end of the judgment day. Tears turn to dust, whiskey numbs the crashes, haunted by the echoes and the blood on the ashes. The wood I can't erase, the bullet's cold in my pocket, heavy with disgrace. Blood on the ashes, now it's me who must decide between the love I lost and the dark where I reside. This cursed land holds my soul ever tight, gonna ride till morning or till I find my fight. Blood on the ashes, in the dawn I'll find my way, or fall to silence where the lost spirits sway. A silent desert under a cobalt sky, there lies a moonlit graveyard where the forgotten cry. Whiskey bottles and dried roses lay lay scattered in the dust. Echoes of train whistles in the winds we used to trust. All a man for the moonlit graveyard where shadows dance with the ghost of the bar. Beneath the curse of an old dead star, here lie dreams that wandered too far. A burning church on the hill where we once heard hymns and lies, now just a shell hosting crows under smoke-choked skies. You whisper secrets in the dark, like venom, sweet and vile. Promised love near the old creek bed, led me mile by mile. All a man for the moonlit graveyard where vows break like the ground hard underneath the silvered beam. Love's lost in this haunted dream. There by the headstone of our shared past, I stood with the night growing vast. The cold truth like a desert storm hit in this graveyard. Even ghosts admit. All a man for the moonlit graveyard where I bury the pain that's been scarred with the gun and a rose. I write this ode in moonlit silence, alone I trode. Forgive me, love, as I lay you to rest in the heart of the land that knows no zest. So hear my tale, a ballad so grave of love and betrayal no one could save. Lament, oh lament for the moonlit graveyard where even the brave are marked. Under a blood-red sky, the town's church met its fate. Old wood cracked like the devil's laughter, echoing hate. A lone raven circling his shadows began to mate with whiskey bottles and dust storms at heaven's gate. Burn, burn the devil's church fire, flames dancing with my sins, a ghostly choir. Betrayals heat upon the wind, whispering low in the ashes of a love only cursed past to go. She was the preacher's girl, eyes wild with restless dreams. We loved beneath the steeple, hidden from moonlight beams. But her heart was a pendulum swinging twixt extremes. Left me for another on the midnight train screams. Burn, burn the devil's church fire, each ember a memory of lost desire. Through the smoke of her leaving, I see her face
the edge of town where the forgotten graves lay. I heard her voice a-calling, stirring the grave. The church bell tolled once for each deceitful play. In the heart of the fire I saw my way. Burn, burn, the devil's church fire. My heart's revenge up higher, climbing higher. From this haunted desert, no more I'll roam. In the silence of the ashes, I find my home.
In the shadow of the Rockies, under the blood-red moon, the whistle of the midnight train sings a lonesome tune. A trail of ghost towns, whispers of the damned, rusty tracks laid across cursed land. A lone whistle cuts the silence like a promise dressed in pain. Every night at 12 arrives the devil's train. Oh, hear that mournful cry through the desert air. The devil's midnight train, collector of despair. Past burning churches, by forgotten graves, rise the souls who gambled, lost, and couldn't be saved. Once bet my heart on love, pure as the driven snow. But she was a tempest, a wild wind set to blow. Found her whispers in the arms of a man from Abilene. My revenge, it echoed through the chambers of 16. Now every midnight, when that whistle moans my pain, I see the faces in the windows of that train. Oh, hear that mournful cry through the desert air. The devil's midnight train, rolling from nowhere, through dust storms and decay, under the crescent moon's wane. It's a rolling tomb of sorrow, heartbreak and shame. On one fateful night, by the light of a sinner's flare, I stood by the tracks, felt the cold night tear. As the train slid into view, I saw her face so clear. She mouthed forgive as the train drew near, but forgiveness is a train that I missed long ago. Now I walk with shadows where only the lost souls go. Hear that haunting cry, it's calling out my name. A ticket to the past on the devil's train. I'll ride it till the end, through the silence and the slain. The devil's midnight train, in my veins it'll remain. Out in the howling silent sands, with whiskey in my shaking hands. The ghost towns wail their lonesome sins as I ride through the desert wind. Dust storms swirl her churches burn, where love was lost and never returned. The train whistles more like an old best friend. Echoes follow through the desert wind. Oh, the desert wind, it knows my name. Whispers secrets, old tales of shame. Every gust a reminder of what could have been. I ride along with the desert wind. Under the black velvet sky stars dim, recall the night betrayal did begin. She vanished like smoke on a cursed land's whim, her laughter lost to the desert wind. Found her locket near a forgotten grave, promises whispered too faint to say. A silver bullet, a heart to mend. Revenge calls cold in the desert wind. Oh, the desert wind, bitter and wild, carries the cries of the devil's child. It sings a vengeance for my lost kin, my fate sealed with the desert wind. In the hush of night, my shadow stands tall against the backdrop where old wrongs call. The past and present now thinly skinned, my reckoning rides on the desert wind. So here I stand where the church once screamed, accepting this life as fate had deemed. The desert knows my sins pinned, forever bound to the desert wind. Keep riding through till the end begins, just a ghost in the roar of the desert wind. In the shadow of a chapel where the cold winds moan, lies a town too cursed to claim a name of its own. Whiskey bottles line the streets like candles for the dead, underneath the blood-red sky and the full moon's dread. Hear the prayer of whispers in the chapel's mournful halls, begging mercy from the ghosts that wander through its walls, where the vows of love were traded for a gunfighter's aim. Echoes of the past, they whisper vengeance in my name. Once a lover, now a specter in the dust and heat. Her memory haunts the silence of the empty cracked streets. A train whistle cuts the night like a scream across the plain, recalling fires that turn holy ground to ashes in the rain. Hear the prayer of whispers in the chapel's broken pews, each one a testament to choices that a man might choose. From the depths of shadowed love to the stark light of day, the whispers speak of a price that's yet to pay. By the light of a burning church, I saw her face again the truth. It was I who bore the sin. A whisper in the desolate, forgive it softly pleaded, but revenge, a thirsty blade, remained decidedly unheeded. So a prayer whispers in the chapel under stars so cruel and bright. I'll lay down beside forgotten graves, disappear into the night. Let the desert claim its due where the ghostly voices swell. In the silent dust I'll find my peace as the chapel bell knells. Lone echo fades away in lands both cursed and swept, where whispered prayers meet the dawn and the old secrets kept. Riding through the dusty boot above a ghost town decay. Riding through the dusty boots where my heart once lay. Faded tracks, whiskey on my breath, spirit sway. Desert moon cast shadows on the graves that betray. Oh, I ride through the cursed land, seeking my dues, past burning churches, the echoes of old bitter feuds. My guns, my promise, my horse, my relentless guide. Through the silent desert in the dust we confide. Once loved a maiden hair like the night eyes a rebel's fire. Left me for gold, for a thief stoked my rage higher. A train whistle moans through the cold like a choir. In a burning heart, revenge outburns any pyre. Oh, I ride seeking shadows of a love that's lost, through dust storms where my dreams were double crossed. My guns, my solace, my horse, my steadfast pride. Among forgotten graves our secrets we confide. In a dead town's church I found them love unkind. Gunshot hymns ring redemption in each round I sign. A specter of her kiss, betrayal's cruel reminder, left them lying part of the dust now behind her. So I ride through the dusty boots alone, ghost past ruins of my sins to haunted coasts. My guns now silent, my heart's the heavy guide. Through cursed lands in the dust I now abide. where the dust whirls the tales of the past, under the shadow of sins that will last. The whiskey bottles lay empty, souls hollow inside, in the town where the church fire and dark secrets lie. Echoes of train whistles mournful and low call through the night to the ghosts that I know. Blood on the church fire, flames licking sky, angels and demons in the smoke flying high. Revenge sings a ballad old as the stones, buried neath crosses and unmarked bones. She was an angel, made the devil repent, but love turned to ash and away she was sent. Betrayal, a cold whisper on a hot desert night, led to a fire that set the heavens alight. Her laughter now haunts every corner of my dreams. In the silent desert, nothing's just as it seems. Blood on the church fire, embers of fate, where the heart meets the shadow at the old pearly gate. Songs of the fallen, hymns of the damned, echo through the wasteland, vast and unplanned. Face to face with my reflection in a shard, all my sins laid bare in a yard of disregard. The truth burns hotter than the fire's own wrath, walking this cursed land on a broken path. Blood on the church fire, redemption too late. I carry this story, I carry this weight. Fate's written clear in the night sky's expanse. In the ashes I found my lost last chance. To the lost and the found, with blood on my hands and fire in my soul. In the heart of the desert, I've paid my toll. Shadow of the old church spire, the town lies hushed, it's past a pyre. Whiskey bottles by gravestones scattered, the echoes of laughter now shards and tattered. The wind whispers secrets old and grim through the streets where light grows dim. Beneath the ashes and lace lies hidden a tale of a love turned cold and a face gone pale, a heart betrayed where the wild dogs wail under moonlit skies and a ghostly veil. Soft and fine, her eyes like stars used to shine, but whispers grew in the cursed night air of a lover's deceit and a dark despair. Now she walks the silent, dusty plain,
Nothing moves but the last train's remains. Beneath the ashes and lace lies hidden a tale of a love turned cold and a face gone pale, a heart betrayed where the wild dogs wail under moonlit skies and a ghostly veil. In the church, a shadow by the light of the flame, I confronted the ghost of her lingering pain. The truth burned clear in the desert's cold breath, revealing a path that led straight to her death. Beneath the ashes and lace, I found my release in the land of the lost. I laid down my pace. Forgiveness or vengeance, the line wears thin. I choose the quiet, let the stars begin. Under the endless desert sky so wide, I bury my heart where all the loves have died. In the shadow of the black sun, the dust whirls and dances. Whiskey bottles lay strewn in this town of ghostly glances. An old train whistle moans through the silent scorched air, echoing round burnout churches in a land stripped bare. Beneath the black sun, where our sins lie heavy on the ground, broken vows and forgotten graves where lost souls are bound. I hear the call of vengeance, a whisper on the wind. Beneath the black sun, where the end and beginnings blend. She was a vision fair as a desert, blooming spring's embrace. But her heart hid shadows, a love turned to chilling disgrace. By the chapel we vowed, under that cursed searing sky. But she vanished with dawn, left a note, didn't say goodbye. Beneath the black sun, where promises fade into the dust, love turns to ash, fueled by a trail of unyielding mistrust. The echo of her laughter, now a ghost in the wind, sad moan. Beneath the black sun, I wander these badlands alone. At the crossroads I face the devil with her face. In the heart of the desert our memories I trace. A shot rings out, breaking silence like a cry. Under the black sun, I can't let this lie die. Beneath the black sun, with my heart bleeding deep in the sand, I've laid to rest her deceit in this curse, forsaken land. Now the black sun sets, and in darkness I find my peace. The shadows embrace me, my soul finally finds its release.
Out where the whistle cuts the silence of the plains, my boots stir dust from the bones of forgotten names. A town with windows like the hollows of dead men's eyes, echoes with stories of deceit and lovers' lives. Shadows, the church stands charred and cold, marked by the fire of the bitter truths untold. Dusty boots and smoke, whispers on the wind, to dance with ghosts in boots, where my sins are pinned underneath the moon, where my soul got broke. All that's left is the tale of dusty boots and smoke. That old saloon door still swings with a haunting creak, well, whiskey drowned my vows and her memory grew weak. She loved a drifter whose shadow outlasted his stay, left me a locket and a curse I can't betray. One fateful night by the light of a blood-red moon, her secret bloomed in the dark, a love forsaken too soon. Dusty boots and smoke riding through my veins, haunted by the echo of her last refrains. In the heart of the storm where my dreams awoke, all I follow is the trail of dusty boots and smoke. Now I'm standing here where the old crossroads align, a bottle in my grip, fate's bitter design. Her whispers in the gusts, the sand stings my face. In the land of the cursed, I accept my disgrace. Dusty boots and smoke, my redemption's fee. In this wasteland of sorrow, only ghosts are free. Revenge or forgive, the past in flames I stole, walking on just a man with his dusty boots and smoke. Down where the whiskey drowns forgotten graves, and the wind whispers tales of the depraved. Ghost town shadows, they dance in the dust. Silent desert guards the secrets of the unjust. On the devil's lonely road, he rides alone, past burning churches where no light is shone. Beneath the cruel moon, he seeks what he's owed. Every turn, every cross on the devil's lonely road. He once loved a maiden, fair and wild, betrayed by a friend, deceit tender as a child. Revenge burns like the desert sun overhead. Dreams of vengeance fill the nights in his bed. On the devil's lonely road, he rides with a frown, chasing echoes of a life in a tumble-down town, seeking justice in lands where the lost souls go. Every mark, every scar on the devil's lonely road. In the cool night air, a train whistle moans, a reminder of the heart he once called his own. At the crossroads he stands, gun heavy with lead, faces the ghost of the past, eyes fiery red. On the devil's lonely road, he finds his peace, letting go of the love, letting the torment cease. In the silence of the desert, a story foretold of a man and his sins on the devil's lonely road. Sky where the vultures circle high, dust devils dance where the old church lies in ruin. Whiskey bottles clink in the silence of the ghost town. Every wall is a story, every shadow a warning. Echoes from the cursed land, they call my name. Through the whisper of the train, like a lost refrain. Here under the desert sun, where my sins lie bare, the wind carries my burden, a song of despair. Once loved a girl with eyes like the stormy night, betrayed by a kiss in the flicker of a lantern light. Her laughter now a memory, fading in the swirling dust. Her vows lie forgotten, like a pistol left to rust. Echoes from the cursed land, a haunting plea. In the howl of the night wind, she speaks to me. Bound by blood-stained dreams in these silent streets, every echo repeats. By the burning church I kneel and pray for rain. Wash away her sins, cleanse my soul from pain. But the heavens stay silent, just like her grave, hidden wide in this cursed land. Even redemption has died. Echoes from the cursed land, I embrace the fire. A lone outlaw's lament strung on rusty wire. Let the desert claim me, let the spirits judge my stand. In the heart of the silence of this forsaken land.